So children, let's start our today's topic. Today we will be starting a new chapter, as I told you in the introduction video, about the chapter number 4, air. So talking about the chapter number 4, air, as you all know that our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air that is known as atmosphere, and all the living beings on this earth require atmosphere for their survival, and hence atmosphere is very important to us, as atmosphere also provides us air we breathe, and it also protects us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. As you all know that sun rays, by sun rays there is ultraviolet rays coming, and our atmosphere forms a shield on the earth and protect us from those ultraviolet rays. And hence, very importantly, it is this mass only, that this is atmosphere only, that has made earth livable, because without this atmosphere it will be highly impossible, because atmosphere protects us from the, firstly, from the ultraviolet rays of the sun, and secondly, it helps us to not freeze in the night. So it is very important. Now we will talk about the composition of the atmosphere. Composition of the atmosphere means what does atmosphere is composed of. As you all know that air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many gases. For example, basically अगर हम बात करें, we take in oxygen and we breathe in oxygen, as you must have studied in bio, that we breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. And if we talk in case of plants, they breathe out oxygen and breathe in carbon dioxide. Now, nitrogen and oxygen are two very important gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Major portion of the atmosphere consists of nitrogen and oxygen. As you can see in the diagram in front of you, that oxygen is 21% and nitrogen is 78%. Why nitrogen is given so much importance that it is 78%? Actually, carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen are also some of the gases that are present in the atmosphere, but they are present in very small amount. As you can see, carbon dioxide 0.03%, argon 0.93% and all other gases 0.04%. So apart from these gases, actually there are also tiny dust particles that are present in the atmosphere. Talking about why nitrogen is very large in amount, that is 78%, because nitrogen is a very important gas, as when we inhale the air, we inhale some amount of nitrogen, but nitrogen is very important for the survival of the plants, as nitrogen is directly coming from the air. The bacteria that live in the soil and the roots of some plants take up the nitrogen from the air and change it into the form so that plants can use it. So it is, nitrogen is very important for the plant survival. Also, oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. As I told you, nitrogen, we were talking about nitrogen and oxygen. Why oxygen is very important? As you all know that human beings require oxygen in large amount to live. Not only humans but also animals require oxygen. They take up oxygen from the atmosphere, and also the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide is maintained in the atmosphere, as through photosynthesis plants make oxygen and they give out oxygen, which is then taken up by the human beings, and human beings give out carbon dioxide, which is helpful for the plants, and hence the balance is maintained. Now coming on to carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is also very important, as green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food, and also humans and animals give out carbon dioxide, which is helpful for the plants. But the amount of actually carbon dioxide released by the humans or animals is to be equal to the amount used by the plants to make a perfect balance in the environment. But as you all know, due to the increase in pollution, due to the increase in use of the fuels, there is disbalance in the atmosphere of the as the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing, and it is harmful for the our earth, mother earth. And also the increased level of carbon dioxide are also imbalancing the affecting the weather and climate of our earth. Now we will discuss the two blue boxes that are given in your book. First is carbon dioxide actually is released in the atmosphere, and it creates a greenhouse effect by trapping the heat radiated from the earth. Actually, carbon dioxide trap the heat and then create the greenhouse effect. What is this greenhouse effect actually? Why it is known as greenhouse effect? Because it is also, the carbon dioxide is known as a greenhouse gas, and the effect created by it is known as greenhouse effect. Very importantly, if this greenhouse effect does not occur, the earth will be too cold to live in, so it will not be able to live. But what happens is, when the level in the atmosphere is increased due to the factory smoke, due to the pollution, as I told you, there is increase in the temperature of the earth, and which is known as global warming. And the rise in temperature causes the snow to melt down, and the snow melts down and flow in the form of floods, and that is why there is a disbalance in the environment. Now next very important fact is, when air is heated, it expands, becomes lighter and goes up. Whenever air is heated, this is a process. When air heats up, it expands and it becomes lighter and goes up. And when the air is cold, it becomes denser and is heavy. So this tends to sink down. And when hot air rises up and the cold air is from the surrounding area rushes there to fill the gap, that is how there is air circulation taking place. So this is a process of air circulation. When the air that gets heated up, the hot air rises up and the cold air from the surrounding area rushes there to fill the gap. This is known as air circulation. So children, that's all for today. I hope that you must have understood well about the composition of atmosphere. Thank you so much.